Okay, we're live again.
And an interesting thing about Kwai-Jin is they're less secretive than vampires are. And to vampires, secrecy is one of the key points to survival, whereas Kwai-Jins in the Asian culture is
They're
like
always out
they're
there,
the
buddy.
norm. They know they exist. They just don't make a big deal out of it.
Okay, so you were offering me your help?
Yes, I can accompany you to places where I believe we may encounter some Kwai-Jin, if that is what you're seeking.
So, just asking this. Why? Why would you be willing to help me?
I'm not necessarily helping you, but I think what you're doing might be interesting.
Okay, kind of very similar to why I'm searching for the antediluvian.
Oh, is that what you're searching for?
Or kind of, let me take
What?
that. Kind of searching for, kind of why I'm helping my friend search for Barabbas.
And this what?
Oh, you don't know? You don't know about that?
Do I know about that?
Yeah, I want to know. Would you know about that sort of thing?
Yeah, would I know about that? I'm asking the GM.
Because what is his name? The guy that was the vampire that's old that was helping us.
Beckett?
Didn't Beckett say he's looking for an antediluvian? I thought he said that. Maybe I missed it.
No, he told you
you shouldn't be.
You shouldn't do it.
Yeah.
He would advise you against it, but he's knowledgeable of all sorts of supernatural and vampire-related things.
Okay.
I have 0 points in occult, so I doubt that I would.
Is there like a knowledge or something? In the cult or something?
Yes, there is an occult in knowledge.
I have 0 points in it too. For 700 years old, I'm just a really stealthy, investigative person.
I'm stealthy as well. In fact, I specialize in shadowing in my stuff.
Oh, really?
Yes.
I have a stealth of 4.
Same here.
Ooh.
Okay. We can be sneaky together.
Ooh. Okay.
Oh,
So it sounds interesting to you. Okay.
yes.
Very well. I will accept your help.
And since my study is in all things related to plagues, I don't know if you know the history of the Black Plague, but it actually came from China.
I lived through the Black Plague.
You did.
Remember, I'm 700 years old.
That must be an awful experience.
Awful for the humans.
Awful for you too. All of a sudden, it's
This-
such a
the food
decrease
supply.
in your food supply.
It was, but
Starvation must have.
it made my
as a-
job a lot easier to cover it up when someone mysteriously died.
So my question for you: when you consume the blood of a plague, what happens to you?
Vampire doesn't affect, does it? It's got a different spice to it, but it all tastes the same.
So you have no preference, then? Like you would consume.
It's
one
like
with the
it's
plague.
like having a different meal. Tonight, am I going to have
You are
Mexican food?
You are
Tonight,
susceptible of spreading it, though.
Oh, I could,
You can spread diseases and such.
but I
You
don't
would
contract
be
it.
like a plague bearer.
But I
So
don't
you are a
contract it.
carrier then
So would I be a carrier? So that's
of
a
the
question.
Black Plague.
If you had fed on
Yeah, but wouldn't the vampire
plague-bearing
blood
people.
eventually cleanse it or something like that after a period of time?
Would it?
I would suppose so. After 600 years,
Right.
because the plague was in the 14th century,
Yeah, I'm from the 13th century.
so it was a while ago. I would suppose it would be
Cleansed
yeah
out of your
it
system
would,
by now,
hmm
right?
How unfortunate. Well, because you can imagine how rare it would be to have a living sample of the plague. And if you are a carrier, indeed, then
Is that not what you are delving in, living samples, or are they?
well, living samples do not exist currently.
Actually, in all reality, they found Black Plague is still alive.
Yeah.
It's around.
Yeah, there's been cases
Of it
bubonic.
recently. It's still around.
We're just able to take care of it better with modern technology.
Yeah, I just got an alert on my phone like last week or a couple days ago that said they found plague. The plague is still around.
The plague, yes, but there are different versions.
Oh no.
They're all called the plague, and the plague have, but the Black Plague,
The bubonic
the
plague.
bubonic plague.
I don't know if they said it was. I didn't look. I didn't look into it.
The bubonic plague started from fleas that lived on
that were
rats.
spread by rats. Yep.
Well, but they were so the bubonic plague, the Black Plague, actually came. It was during the Genghis Khan era,
And it was during along the
Waterfronts.
the year-
what do they call it? What do they call it? Where they trade the trade route.
The trade
Silk
routes.
Road?
Yeah,
So Genghis Khan, when they were expanding the Mongolians.
Oh yeah, they
expanding-
catapulted.
They catapulted
Yeah,
the people who were infected
Yeah.
over the wall, and this was in the Middle East, and that's how it got brought back to Europe. Was the Greeks?
That sucks.
And
yeah.
not
It's
the
like it was
Greeks,
like the first
Romans and whatnot.
Biological warfare.
biohazard. Yep.
Yep. Anyway. All right. And so I offer my help, but obviously I'm not insisting on it.
If you are, did you say you were knowledgeable in? What was the group again? I'm sorry.
Let's just say that I can tell the difference from a normal person to one.
I'm
What is the group
knowledgeable
again?
in many different
Qui-Jin.
vampire and
Qui-Gon Jinn?
Quajin, or
Qui-Jin.
it's spelled Kuei-Jin.
Was this one with the Force? I'm sorry.
I've never heard them being described in that way, but I guess it.
Would he teach the one? Would he teach the Anakin?
Stop.
Okay. I would like to request your services then to help with this.
Let's not call it a service, because for it to be a service, you will have to compensate.
Oh, you're
I-
willing to just come help me?
Sure.
Absolutely.
And
So,
besides, I know this restaurant in Chinatown that
to die for?
that is a good place to eat.
I'm sure it
That
is.
could,
Although you're kind, you lack the ability to enjoy.
Yeah, vampires can eat. They just don't really.
they
don't eat.
can't eat.
You can't.
What happens?
It makes you sick.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know.
Yeah, vampires cannot eat regular food. They
Okay.
can only feed on blood.
Ooh.
However, Kuei-Jin can
Can
eat
eat,
regular
yeah.
food.
Okay. Well, that's good to know.
Beckett writes down some information
So he's
on a piece of paper
okay.
and to tell you some of the whereabouts of the Kuei-Jin in Paris.
Okay.
And he gives you an address,
Okay.
and this address is near the Eiffel Tower.
Okay.
It's not at the Eiffel Tower, it's near the Eiffel Tower. But the Eiffel Tower is in the central part of the city.
Okay.
And Beckett tells you, I would strongly suggest you not seek this antediluvian that you're seeking. He whispers to you, it will be the end of all of us, kindred.
So, OOC, Why did waking one antediluvian, does that wake all of them?
Because an antediluvian will feed on every vampire alive.
Why?
Just, they
Wouldn't
will
you
not
think
only
you-
feed on, because they'll awaken starving. They've been in slumber for thousands of years.
Why would they feed on vampires?
They will feed.
Your
They can
blood
feed on
contains
anything.
more
They will.
power than
Yeah, they will like deoblerize every vampire that they can get their hands on.
Only one of them. Just waking one of them.
Yes, that's why they call it Gehenna, the end of the world, the end to all vampires.
I'm excited that we're going to cause Gehenna. This is OC.
Oh, okay. I'm like, okay. I'll be right back.
But with his particular Fomori, I mean, it just...
He would probably be okay with
yeah, he'd be like, yay, more chaos!
That's what I was going to say.
Let's cause the apocalypse.
He would probably be okay with that, I'd imagine, right? He probably wouldn't care.
Ugh,
What?
nothing.
Having fun?
Uh-huh.
Hopefully my headache
The-
goes away. The what?
Nothing. I'm just thinking out loud.
Okay.
When I first saw this hat, from like on the side, it almost looked like the Joker because it was all green and stuff.
Uh-huh.
And that's what I originally thought it was the Joker. And then I looked closely at the makeup and stuff.
Yeah.
And then I discovered it was Pennywise. But Pennywise's hair is not green. It's supposed to be red.
I think this is just a... I don't think that's his hair necessarily. I think it's just him popping out. So...
That's not the hair. That's the loose-
sash, the collar
fluffy
thing.
Color, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just that when I first saw the hat, it looked like the Joker, so because of the green and stuff.
So shall we?
Are we back to...
Yeah.
I see in-game
Yes.
character...
Yeah.
Yes.
IGC?
Um,
Yes, we shall.
and Beckett also tells you one more thing. I would strongly suggest that you also talk to the Primogen of the Tremere in Paris. The Primogen is kind of like the mayor
Yes.
of
Mm-hmm.
your clan.
Yeah.
They are in the chantry that's just down the street from here.
Oh, thank you, Beckett. I appreciate that advice.
And one more word of caution: the Giovanni are out and about, and they also
Isn't
have
he
been-
Giovanni?
no, he's Gangrel.
Oh, okay. Okay. Okay, the Giovanni are out and about, and
They have been using necromancy in the city, and that's all.
so
I
you're
can
thinking
tell
I
you.
should be concerned.
Yes.
So did the Giovanni follow the masquerade?
For the most part, they are within the Camarilla.
So they wouldn't attack me anyways, unless they were doing
No,
something
I
they
mean,
shouldn't.
they are pretty secretive in itself because they stay within their own clan. They inbreed within each themselves, and so they are, they're like the mafia. They're secretive, and
You vampires and your bureaucracy. It's actually really fascinating. And
It's
in
really-
my culture, it's very prevalent to have these different clans that.
And not a lot of the clans get along with each other, but they do tolerate each other.
Okay, well, it's good to know that the Qui-Gon... No.
Quajin.
The Giovanni are out and about. Thank you. I appreciate that information. Anything else, Beckett? Anything else that could help me on my adventure?
Just go ahead and talk with the Tremere Regent. And like I said, he's down the street about a mile, directly straight down the street. You won't be able to miss him. The Chantry is not necessarily marked, but it just a building that looks like an apartment building with a big, huge symbol.
Okay.
It looks similar to, let me show you what it looks like. The symbol looks like this.
Okay.
But it's in front, kind of marked on the building.
Thanks. Okay. Thank you very much.
And you
for your
should
help.
be able to know your own clan symbol, OOC.
You will hope so. You've been in it for 700 years.
Right. So a little bit of OOC. I don't know that I would ever want to go there.
He's only
Tremere-
suggesting that you go, but
He doesn't
you-
know,
you don't have to go if
I
you
know.
don't want to.
and I'm probably not.
Well, then let's just role play this out.
Yeah, let's go. Okay. I know you want me probably to go there, but I don't want to go there.
Well, isn't it time for you to feed anyway?
Yes, Barbarous. Oh, thank you again for your help.
Beckett?
Oh, Beckett, sorry.
Barbara.
Beckett. Sorry. Yes, Beckett.
Yes, I'm going to go ahead and go out and seek a meal. And then I need to continue with my studies.
Well, good hunting.
Yes, thank you.
All right.
I
and then
appreciate the advice.
Beckett goes ahead and turns into a wolf, and he trades off.
In
Turns
the
into
middle
a
of
wolf?
in the middle of the library?
How are you going to open a doorknob or turn a doorknob?
Okay, Beckett can do whatever he wants, I suppose.
He
right?
likes to jump through windows and go upon rooftops and stuff. so.
Okay. That's bizarre.
He's very powerful. He's 7th generation.
Okay. So he just charges right through doors and busts them down.
Mm-hmm.
And then he comes back through and goes, wonder why the doors broke down.
Yeah, he's very eccentric. He's
Okay.
very eccentric. So.
Okay.
Shall we?
Yes, we shall.
After you.
Let's go to the Qui-Jin. That's where we are going to head.
So we go to Asian Town.
You bet we do.
Okay.
We're going to Asian Town near the Eiffel Tower, supposedly.
If that is where the GM says Asian Town is.
Is that where the
Because I
GM
actually
that.
don't know if I didn't know that there was a Asian town in Paris.
Oh, yeah.
Well, you're the
There's a-
GM.
There's a large Asian population in Paris.
I know of the Indian population in Europe and in the UK, but I didn't know
Paris is actually extremely small in that, like geographically speaking.
because I've never
it's
been to
not a-
Paris before, and
It's not a huge
I don't
city,
know.
so everything is close to each other.
Really?
So
all I know is that the Eiffel Tower is in the center of the city, and the city kind of goes out in like spokes. All the roads and stuff goes out in spokes.
Okay. Okay, so let's head toward Asian Town / by the Eiffel Tower.
sure.
I'm just gonna go wherever it's supposed to be.
I think we should take the subway. At this time of the day, we will get there much quicker.
Sounds like a great idea.
Okay, you go down into the subway, and it's pretty vacant of people. There's not a whole lot of people at all. Kind because it's
Do I
still
always hear
pretty-
people talking?
You're hearing, you know.
No,
it's-
well, I'm just asking the question. Do I always hear people talking? Because I have the telepathy.
Off and on, you have thoughts that enter in your mind, but also, you also have the thoughts of the Ventru that you
I know. Well,
Diablerize.
that's part of the issue that part of the thing I'm asking. Why I'm asking that is I wonder if there's a way to disseminate the two, because I hear all these people speaking all the time.
You can't.
Would I ever hear him speak, and would it be in a different voice or a different sound, or would he sound like a jumble in the rest of the audience?
No, you can discern the voice. It's
So what
pretty-
things? So you need to tell me if he's talking to me, or if he's just talking. If he's just talking, going, I wonder what to eat today, or if he's actually talking to me, saying you're a terrible person for taking my life, stuff like that.
Yeah, he'll constantly, talk down to you and want to, because he's wanting
Yeah.
you to frenzy and make you crazy.
Look like we have similar issues.
That's okay. There may be more people up there by the time this is over with.
But anyway, you're in the subway, and the train hasn't arrived yet. There's a marquee that says 10 minutes until the next train.
Okay.
And then you see various like posters and stuff around. They're all in French, so you can't really read them very well. You can
Henry can though.
you can kind of tell that they are like just regular advertisements that you would see in the United States.
Okay.
And there's just one or two people, with their bags. They look like they're coming off of work and
Okay.
getting ready to board the subway, and but you do sense an odd presence around.
And it's not him.
No.
Does he smell anything?
My scent is literally a smell scent.
No.
Not a,
Do you smell something? Because you can smell all the time, right?
yeah, of course I can.
So would he smell anything weird? If I'm sensing something weird, would he smell something weird? Remember, and so people, so I have this question. So this is a bizarre question. Remember how we talked about earlier, I have the ability that I awe people, my presence is awe-inspiring.
Mm-hmm.
When I'm in a general populace like this, are people in awe of me still? Do they suddenly go,
Yeah, they
or
kind of.
like there's, I walk up to the side and they're like,
Well, unless you purposely cover yourself, disguise yourself for something,
They're
your
always-
presence will be odd to any normal bystanders. So you stand out, and people are going to stare.
Yeah, and
at
then
you.
there's a distance factor too.
like it's like a
if they're far
celebrity that
enough
everybody's
away-
like,
Kind of, yeah. They just
But I'm-
kind of look at you like.
I'm
or-
amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. In awe, like, wow, what is that? Okay, well, most of the time I have to mask it unless I just let it loose.
Yeah.
Okay, so I just mask it. I just want to know that if I'm in a genuine populace, if it's always, everybody's always like,
And there's a distance factor too, so it's kind of like in a 20-foot radius of
okay,
you.
well,
And then if you have like one more point in another point in presence, then it would be like a 40-foot radius.
oh, cool.
And then another point, it would be a 60-foot radius. So it increases.
if I
the
grind,
radius,
if I grind my experience, can I get more points in that?
yeah, the rate increases.
I'm gonna go kill the boars in Elwyn Forest, like 100 million of them, so I can get a couple experience every day.
Yeah, you'll gain experience for the deeds that you complete
Okay.
and stuff. So
You missed. It was a big old joke.
So, eerie presence, something bizarre, something.
So we sense something.
yeah,
He sensed something.
yeah, you can't tell exactly from where, but you just know within the vicinity of the area, you sense.
Does this
something.
essence have a physical scent as well?
Do I hear? Oh, go ahead.
From This particular scent smells of Asian food,
Oh.
like Chinese food.
So, do I hear someone talking in my head that is saying things that are out of the ordinary that I would detect would be that presence?
You hear like a foreign language that you don't.
Oh,
I mean, you recognize it's a.
So,
foreign
okay, so
language.
this is the next question. When people are thinking in their heads,
They think in their natural tongue.
so I wouldn't be able to tell what anybody's thinking anyways because I don't speak French.
Well,
But I was
no,
able
but
to
you
earlier.
You can
I can sense
hear
what they're
them, but
talking.
you don't. You wouldn't understand what they're saying.
So I'm a
but
little,
you should be able to decipher emotions being telepathic.
Mm-hmm.
Because
Okay.
telepathy is also involving sensing emotion.
Oh, I'm a little bit confused. Help me with this just a little bit. And the only reason I'm confused is because earlier I was able to tell people were reading books, and I was able
Well,
to
you
tell
are-
if it was a book about scholastic things or if it was a romance novel.
Yeah, because you're sensing their feeling of that particular book, because they're like as they're
Okay.
reading it, they're feeling these emotions as they're reading their stories
Okay.
of the book.
I guess you have been doing this long enough that you can decipher whether it is.
No, I have not been doing it long enough.
Oh,
I
Your
Diablerized
telepathy
the person I
came recently?
Diablerized came recently.
okay. Because I can imagine
Yeah,
if,
he just
if
gained.
you have
he
had
just
this
gained
ability
that. He
for
just gained
700
that
years,
discipline.
that you
Then I
should be able
would've,
to tell
oh,
the
yeah.
difference between
But I
someone
have
who
not.
is getting
Yeah.
these emotions from reading something versus someone
This-
who's experiencing.
This
The
came
emotions,
from me
yeah.
Diablerizing somebody.
Yeah,
like,
he gained dominate
like
from
10
a-
days earlier or something. So this is new, and it's probably a little rough on me, which is why I'm asking a lot of these questions, because I'm not familiar with it. Does that make sense?
1, 2, 3.
'Kay.
Okay, 3 successes.
Oh, are you doing something?
Oh, she said I sense, Asian, Chinese food.
How come you're rolling so many?
Because I have, so my alertness, sense, is 4 points, which give me 4 dice. Plus, it's a perception roll, which give me 2 dice. So
Oh.
I have 6 dice.
Oh, I didn't know I could roll more dice.
Oh, yeah. However many skill points you have in your skills plus your attributes,
Oh, okay.
depending on what type of roll it is, you get to add it up as your die pool.
So when you have 3 successes, what the hell does that mean?
That means I have successful. And it means that if somebody is trying to conceal it, that person would need to have the concealment roll of higher than 3 successes to overcome my perception roll.
Okay. 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 So I guess my thing.
Where is this Chinese food scent coming from?
It's coming from kind of down the.
You can borrow. You see how many 10-sided dice I have? You can borrow as many as you want.
I have a ginormous bag of dice
Okay.
if I need it, but I think I have four of them, right?
Okay, you know how here's the subway
Uh-huh.
tracks.
Uh-huh.
And like the subway stairs leading up and down, the escalators and whatever.
Okay.
The scent is coming from kind of down here, and
So
down
is the
past
wall
would
here and
be-
a wall here?
Yeah, there's a wall here and the subway
Wall.
Okay.
wall
Okay.
along here,
And then this goes down. To
and
the
then
top.
this is the platform.
Yeah.
right
and then
here.
is there a wall
And then
here?
this is a wall
So this
here.
platform, you cannot
the-
see the opposite directions track. You can only see one direction.
Let me
track?
try and draw it out here.
Okay.
The track continues on, and there's a little hallway that goes down this way, but it looks like it kind of meshes a little bit with the track, so that's just kind of like a tiny
Yeah, I get it.
narrow passageway, and there's the presence you smell right. over
Where are
here.
we?
Yeah.
You're over here. You've just gotten downstairs from. you get gotten down into the subway station.
Okay.
Do you smell that?
No. No.
I didn't expect to smell
I smell lots of blood
Chinese?
everywhere.
food down here.
Well, I smell all sorts of a buffet. I can pick and choose.
You would say that too.
It's a buffet.
I would like to.
There's French food there and lots of it. There's a little bit of Asian food over there.
I find
And
myself
you're starting
attracted towards that
to
scent.
I fed still recently though. Remember that.
you're starting
Well, no,
to
I've had
hear
that.
more and more like foreign language, but
Am I
to you
making
it
it out?
almost sounds like Cantonese.
Okay.
You can tell that it's Cantonese.
Yeah, I can tell it's a different foreign language.
Yeah. And
Cantonese. I'm Cantonese. Hong Kong Cantonese.
Yeah, but I don't know that. And I wouldn't be like, he's saying.
Where are there? Is this? You said it's not crowded. It's scarcely like there's nobody there.
Yeah,
yeah,
is there-
there's not many people there. There's a few here and there, like coming and going.
Are there
from
any
work and-
columns? They're usually like columns.
Yeah,
of
they're
people.
Yeah.
usually-
Okay.
There's like column here, column here,
I'm going to go around one of the
Here.
columns and then go invisible.
and then there's like a small little gate right here. But the platform continues on. You know
Yeah.
how there's like the yellow ledge
Yes.
that kind of continues on,
Oh yeah, I get it.
and it's like along there. So
Yeah. I'm going to go around one of the columns and then go invisible.
Okay. So you go. Which column do you want to go?
There's just 3 columns, or are there like equal amount of columns on this side too?
Yeah. I mean, they're. It's not a very big, huge
Basically,
area.
can you mark everywhere that I can see people then?
Yeah, that would be nice to know.
Yeah.
You
Where
got.
are there people?
You've got a
Yes.
person over here that's kind of standing by the stairs, and then a person.
Do you
just
care about
walked
the
off.
masquerade?
No.
A person just.
So you
walked,
wouldn't care if people. Well, you would care though if people saw you stealth because that creates a.
Well, obviously, I think
Panic.
it's, but to me that would just be logic that dictates I should not flaunt the fact that I am a supernatural
Okay.
among the living. So
That's what I just want to make sure you care. I want to make sure you care.
I don't care the same way you do because.
Well, I don't really
the
care
mas-
as much as I used to, but I still do.
Yeah.
I care about the same amount you do. That I just don't want people to get in my way.
Okay,
Okay. Yes.
and then a person had just gotten off the train. So
Also, there's a train stopped now.
No. When you arrived, they had just gotten off the train, but then you missed
we
that
missed
one
the
train,
train.
and then
Oh,
the next
okay.
train is in 10 minutes.
Okay. So
That's what we're doing.
mark that.
So, the person was heading up the stairs.
person. Okay. And
so-
that's all that's there. Then I'm just gonna go right as I pass this, so like out of the line of sight of this person. That's when I go invisible.
Okay. So you go invisible here. And then where are you? What are you doing?
Well, I watch him wander off and go invisible. And I turn to Henry and I say, I turn to Henry and I say, what do you think he's doing?
I don't know. He must have caught a scent or
So,
something.
Eyes of the Sea, that allows me to see anything where there's water. Is it wet down here?
No.
Okay. Usually it's moist down in the subway area. I just want to know if it's wet.
No.
Okay.
Okay. And while I go invisible, I also walk on air, so I don't make any footsteps.
Okay.
And those are gifts.
Yes.
And you can use them as much as possible? Or as much
Yes.
as you want?
Yes.
Really?
Gifts don't consume. They're part of being supernatural.
Okay. I'm
Okay,
just,
You
This-
have these abilities too.
I do?
Yeah.
Whoa.
Well, you don't necessarily have gifts, but you have certain abilities that doesn't consume them.
Oh. Like,
Yeah,
like
like
my awe
your
inspiring and the
skills.
telepathic.
Look at your freaking. Look at all.
What are my skills?
Not just skills. You should have supernatural abilities that don't consume anything. But they don't. They also don't do anything as far as like damage or things of that regard.
So presence would be one of them, I'm guessing, and my telepathy.
Yes.
So can I forcibly try to read people's minds then without using any blood magic?
Well, so you can read people's
No.
mind if they're not trying to safeguard
Because I don't see skills for me.
something, but if you want to,
I don't even.
like,
I don't have merits or flaws.
yeah, if you want to force, it would be like a merit.
I had nothing.
Why do you not have merits? If you have flaws, then you must have merits.
I don't have flaws or merits.
Well, then you need to pick flaws and merits.
Oh.
Because these are cool things, just like my powers and taints. Flaws and merits are cool and uncool things that.
Yeah,
that like-
let me kind of explain to you what flaws and
Pick
merits
flaws
are.
first. That'll give you points that can allow you to spend into merits.
Yeah, it'd be nice because then I could do stuff without having to cast a spell.
Yeah.
Instead, it's like I have to cast a spell for everything. I didn't know that.
I have a player's hand guide.
I thought I. Can I just cast limitless spells? I'll do that instead.
That you can read through.
To have that kind of merit, I think that would take a shit ton of
Flaws.
flaw points.
Oh wait, no, I don't have a vampire mate. Hand guide.
That's what I look like, by the way. Very, 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 very much a white American.
Blonde hair, blue eyes, Caucasian, American English, 6'1", 170 pounds. Nice.
Very, apparently, vanilla.
Yeah, you should have flaws and merits.
I don't.
Really
I
cool.
hear noises in my head.
I hear noises in my head too, but not. But whereas you, I can actually read real thoughts. I just imagine those thoughts.
You think you're hearing them,
Yeah.
but mine are real.
Yes.
Yours are like, don't say those sorts of things. I didn't.
Exactly.
Are we gonna do like a dinner? Should I stop eating food?
Yeah, we shall do dinner. We should do dinner.
Because I'm just gonna keep eating junk food, and I should stop.
Dinner is good. Rice, Dad? Dinner is good.
I guess.
I'm not. I mean, I'm not super hungry, but I should stop eating if we're gonna actually eat a meal. Right?
Right. Okay.
So I'm gonna put this away. Unless you guys want some, you guys can come grab some. By any means. The problem is if I keep seeing it, I'm gonna keep snacking on it. These are, FYI, really good.
This book should definitely have merits and flaws. Right?
I didn't know I had merits and flaws. This is interesting.
Well, maybe you are meritless and flawless. Yeah.
Hey, wait, I want merits without flaws, though.
Unfortunately, you can't.
I don't get both? Why not?
You don't get just one and not the other.
Oh, that's a bummer.
Well, it's a balance. If you
I
have
know.
flaws, then you have merits and something else. No?
Yeah, I didn't know I get that ability. I did not know that was a thing.
I don't.
Do we need a pause? Do you want me to pause recording?
Yeah.
Okay. I wonder how long we've recorded. Oh, door.
So a spell is like a right for